In this video, I'm going to show you guys a case study which I filmed for my students where I kind of took a channel from, nothing, $0 to making $60,000 in one single month. I'll show you everything you need to know, and then we'll also cover some of the reasons why this channel went so viral so you guys can replicate that. Now, before we get into the video, if you don't know who I am, I'm Stefan, 23 years old, currently making between $30,000 and $40,000 a month and constantly building new faceless YouTube channels. Then I've made, $42,000 with just 2 videos, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. For example, here, Martins, we've helped to make $31,000 in one single month. Here, different student, $12,000 in 1 month. Here, different one, $24,000 in 1 month, and then also smaller results. For example, here $8,000 or $4,000 in one single month. Now, if you're interested in getting the exact same results, check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me, and I'll have a look how I can help you scale up to this exact same level. Now, that being said, let me show you the case study, and then we'll kind of go here into all of the reasons why this channel blew up to this level. In this video, I'm going to show you guys one of my channels, which we started literally only a month ago, and how insanely this performed. And I'm going to explain why it performed so crazily later in this video. So just keep watching. I would say, let's just jump right into it and let me show you guys the analytics. So here we can see this channel made over 12 million views in the last 28 days. And if we actually switch this to last 90 days, we can see that we only started posting on the 13th of May, which is literally not even a month ago. That's like the most insane thing. And this channel has already made over $56,000, right? Which is insane. So let's actually go over that. Let's look at the first week of this channel and how this channel performed in the first week. And I'm going to explain later in this video, like I already said, why exactly this channel blew up so fast, right? So in the first week, we actually got 2 million views, right? We started off slow. First day, 1,400 views. By the way, guys, we were posting a bit more videos to this channel. I'm gonna get into that later in this video and explain exactly how much we spent on this channel and all of these things, how much we made, how much profit, like everything. I'm basically gonna cover everything, show you guys exactly why and what and everything, okay? So firstly, we can see on the first day, we made 1,400 views. Second day, already $60,000. So this channel basically blew up on the second day of starting it. Keep in mind that this is a pre-monetized channel, so I was making money right away, okay? So let's see here. First day, $11, second day already $170, which means we were actually already in profit that day. So third day, $340, and then it literally just went up to here this week, even a $2,700 day. And literally the first week we made $8,000, got 2 million views, right? So now let's look at the last 28 days. So let me just show you guys this again. So the all-time high was here, I guess, with 900,000 views. And that day we made $4,400. Now you guys will see, like here we made $5,600 in one day, and here only $4,400. Now why is that so? The reason, and especially why is it so, because we got more views here than we got here. Now the reason for that is because the difference in RPM. The RPM is basically how much YouTube pays you, and that's different for every single video, right? So that's why we got paid more here with less views than we got paid here, right? Let me actually just reload this so you guys know that this is 100% real. So let me go here again. And here you guys can now see that this is 100% real, okay? So in the last 48 hours, we're actually down at the moment. We're pulling in almost 1 million views. We're actually down at the moment, but that should go up. It's always up and down. But yeah, this channel made literally almost $60,000 in the last 28 days. And we only started this channel on the 13th of May. I'm currently recording this on the 11th of June. So this is really insane. And now I just want to say that literally all of you guys can do it. Like everyone can do it. And now let me actually explain why this channel blew up so fast. Now, the reason why this channel blew up so fast is simply because of the supply and demand factor. Now, what does that basically mean and what do you actually want to look for? Now, what I did is I went to YouTube, I was niche researching, I was looking for a new niche because I wanted to start a new YouTube channel. And then I saw this niche, right? I'm not going to mention the niche here, but I saw this niche. I was like, looks very interesting. They're small channels that are blowing up. So it looks very, very interesting. So once you see something like that, what you want to see is how many channels are actually posting this content. Like if there are already like 50 channels posting this content, you don't want to go into that niche. Secondly, you want to see, hey, how many channels are actually failing or are all channels succeeding? If all channels are succeeding, you have a very good niche, right? And then thirdly, like, is there space for more and can you basically outperform your competitors? And that's exactly what I saw. Like, hey, I have a good team. I can easily outperform these people and post even more than they do. That's why you guys will see that on some days at the moment, we are actually posting around like 8 videos a day, 7 videos a day. And the most insane thing is, so most of you guys will probably think like, hey, you're probably spending like $500 a day on content creation. But no, since this is a very, very new niche, I don't need to spend that much on content creation. I literally only spend $18 on content creation, right? I spend $18 per video, right? So let me actually calculate this. Give me a second. So let me actually calculate this so you guys can actually see it. So 8 videos times 18 is $144 on average per day that we spend. And we literally make over here $3,000 at the moment for the most days, right? So here we had a drop, which was very weird, but it happens. It happens. But yeah, we literally make over $3,000 in profit almost every single day from this YouTube channel. Now, the crazy thing is I don't have to show my face and I don't have to create any of these videos. Now, let's actually get into the juicy part. How much did I spend on this channel and how much did I make? Okay, so most of you guys probably won't believe that, but in May, we spent only $1,584 on this channel because we literally track everything. So we spent $1,584. This I just didn't fill in because I was lazy. So $1,584. And in June until now, we spent $1,449 and we made almost $60,000 in the last 28 days. So we round about like 20x our money. So the return on investment for YouTube is insane. And in my opinion, there's not any other business model out there which can get you a return on investment like YouTube automation, like you see here. All you need to do is you need to find that good niche. You need to put in the time and the hours to really find a good niche. And once you have one, your channel could be the same as this one. The niche is literally the most important part. And you can literally just go to YouTube, open the incognito window and just scroll there and try to find something where there's high demand and low supply. And like I said, your channel can look exactly the same. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video or learn something from this video. And please take niche research very, very seriously because like I already said, niche research is like literally the most important thing. Most people always want to go into these luxury niches or technology niches, into these huge oversaturated niches because everyone goes into them. So there are thousands of channels failing in them every single day. So what you want to do instead is you want to find the right niche where there's high demand and low supply, and you are gonna succeed exactly like I did on this channel. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. Now let's look at some of the most important reasons why this channel blew up. So the first thing is obviously spotting the right opportunity. You have to keep in mind that the right opportunity will have supply and demand. Now, this is probably the most important thing when it comes to YouTube automation, is basically seeing YouTube as a marketplace, because you have to keep in mind that YouTube is basically a marketplace of videos. Now, just like in any other market, YouTube has supply and it also has demand. Now, what does that actually mean? So demand is basically what your audience wants to watch, and supply is how much content is there already, and we have to find an imbalance between these two. Now, what do normal YouTubers do? And luckily, I'm very happy to not be a normal YouTuber anymore, but they take years to build personal brands, spend years building a connection with their audience, and it takes a lot of time and hard work to build demand around them. So for example, if I have a personal brand, I have to build demand around me. I have to get people interested in me. Now, luckily with YouTube automation, we skip this whole process. Now, instead, what we do is we look for a topic or a niche that has a lot of demand, but no supply. All right. And then we just supply these people with the content they want to see. Now, there's specific niche criteria that, I look for when I'm looking for high demand and low supply. For example, there are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply. Then there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. There are no smaller channels failing. The niche is not older than 6 months, which is extremely important. I can create better content than my competitors. Am I actually interested in this niche? This is not a must as long as you build a team that has interest in this niche. So for example, the niche I'm going to show you guys, or the whole case study I showed you, I have no idea what was even going on there. All right. But I've still made it work because I had a team that knew what was going on. Then is the niche monetizable? If not, you're not going to make any money. Then a huge bonus if you can actually post long videos. Why? Because on long videos, firstly, you can keep people longer on YouTube, so YouTube is going to push you out more. Secondly, you can place more ads on your videos, which then again is going to make you more money. All right. Now, very important that this does not need to be 1,000% with all of the niches you find. Now, with the niche I had, this was basically 100,000%, and that's why the channel exploded that much. So once in a while, you will find a niche, where everything is absolutely going to be perfect. And that's where channels blow up to this level. Okay. So that is very important to understand, but do not be too, I need this to be 1,000%, because otherwise you will look for niches for a very, very long time without doing anything. Okay. Then having speed to implement immediately is one of the most important things when it comes to YouTube automation. So before you even get started, if you're just, doing niche research right now, already take the time to actually go ahead and start hiring people. For example, a thumbnail designer, and these people can be very broad people, so you can at least get started as fast as possible. So a thumbnail designer you can hire, for example, on X, on Fiverr, on Upwork, or even on ytjobs.com, or here on onlinejobs.ph, just as an example. That's where we hire a thumbnail designer, scriptwriter. We can find them on Upwork, ytjobs, onlinejobs.ph, or even AI. In most cases, like for example, that channel, we only used AI to write the scripts. Why? Because it's like the fastest way you can just get started with your channel. For the voiceover artists, we use Fiverr or 11 Labs. What we can also use is here Gen AI Pro, which is kind of a very cheap version of 11 Labs. The voiceovers aren't as good, but they are good enough to be able to succeed on YouTube. Like for example, we're mainly using Gen AI Pro voiceovers, where here, for example, get 1 million credits for only $22, which again is way cheaper than on 11 Labs, where you pay $330 for 2 million credits, just as an example. So I'll link it in the video description. For the video editor, we hire them from Upwork, X, ytjobs, or onlinejobs.ph. I do not hire video editors from Fiverr. Very simple reason. Most of the people that are on Fiverr have too many clients, and that's why we do not hire from there. Then a channel manager. This is something we needed for that channel because we were posting quite a lot of videos. So that can be one of your friends. You can find them on Upwork. You can also use one of your existing freelancers, which I did for that channel. But it's very important that you choose a freelancer that is very accountable, right? Why? Because you want him to make sure that everything is correct. All right, that the videos get posted on time, that the videos are quality, all of these things. You can also hire them on ytjobs or onlinejobs.ph. You can just hire a VA, right? And that in most cases also works very, very well. Then we need to go to the next thing, which is almost as important as choosing the niche, is basically choosing the right video topics. Now, supply and demand in video topics, supply and demand is not just important in your niche, but also in the video topics you choose. Because if you create a video on a topic that already has like 1,000 channels that created a video on that, the video is not going to get views. Okay. Now, how do you find demand? You look for recent outlier videos on competitor channels. You look for recent trending formats. Then do not copy the most popular videos from competitors. This is what everyone does and you will fail. Okay. How do you find supply? You use your YouTube search bar and look for how many people have created the exact same video. So you take that specific video topic, you put it into your, YouTube search, and you look at like, hey, how many people have created a video on that? Then if it's been done more than 3 times and you do not have a different angle to that specific video, look for a different topic. All right. YouTube will always show your videos to the hardcore fans of that niche first. And if they have already seen that video multiple times, they don't have any reason to click on your video, except if it follows a different angle. Okay, very, very important. Now, how does a perfect video topic look like? The topic resonates with your audience. So ask yourself, do they even want to watch this? Some topics sound very interesting on the surface, but are super boring. So make sure that your topic is not boring. Otherwise, people aren't going to look at the full video. Then your topic has to be posted on time if it's a trend. Now, for example, for that channel that I've showed you, that was just as an example, a trend channel. I do not run that channel anymore. Okay. So we had to make very sure that we posted the videos on time. Repeat what has done well in the past. All right. This was massive for that channel. We had like a $5,000 day on that channel. And that was simply because we repeated what has worked well in the past. Okay. Leverage negativity. So humans respond way better to negative things. That's also something massive we did on that channel. Okay. Now, what we can also do now for that specific niche, we didn't do this, but the topic transfer method can be a very powerful way to kind of choose video topics. Okay. Now, what you essentially do is you find winning topics in other niches and move them over to your niche. This can work insanely well if done correctly. So for example, here we have this video, 350,000 views, was posted 9 months ago. And here 2.7 million views was posted 11 months ago. Then we have this one. And by the way, just look at the video titles. It's basically the exact same thing. Same for this one. 50,000 views and 2.5 million views 6 days ago, 1 month ago. Basically same video, but just different kind of different people that are going to watch it, right? Different animals. So it's something new. Okay. Now, this is exactly what we did with Scott. Went from literally, getting 50 to 100 views a video to almost giving up on his channel to a $5,000 a month very shortly after, as you can see here, not really getting any results. Then we got monetized and had here even a $450 day with him, which is super, super cool. Then double down on what works, right? This is something I've explained like a few minutes ago, that this is one of the most powerful things you can do when you have a channel that is already running. Once you find something that works and gets views, why would you want to reinvent the wheel? Why? Okay. Double down on that specific topics or thumbnail styles, title styles, whatever, until it does not work anymore. Okay. If you have something that works, do 80% of what works and 20% test new stuff. All right. This is something we did with Andre, who, scaled from, just getting monetized to $31,000 a month in just 4 months. As we can see right here, you guys can pause the video and read through all of this. Now, keep in mind, if you're looking for kind of help with building your faceless YouTube channel, then check out the first link in the video description. Let's scale up your YouTube channel together, and let's get you here, for example, like Tyler, a silver play button, or here, scale your channel up like this one, for example, or even like this one. And then I'll see you guys in the next video.